Hello guys, welcome to XPlane 11. We are currently in beta 17 of the Vulkan API, and let me just explain the title of this video. Now of course, I'm sure many of you on the channel have pre-ordered the mighty new Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is going to be released pretty much, I think, tomorrow by the time this video gets out. Now any of you who are waiting for VR, well, let me just applaud you really for your patience. I'm impressed that you are waiting for it, because it is coming, but I have pre-ordered it and I will be flying it as of Tuesday, and I really cannot wait to finally check this sim out, because I haven't been on the alpha team or anything like that. I've been checking out loads of YouTube videos in the last couple of weeks, which has helped ease the pain, because actually I was supposed to be on a motorcycle trip around Norway, but because of the COVID situation I decided to cancel it last minute. So I will be around for the release, at least that's something. But there's been plenty of YouTubers out there, particularly Belgeode and Squirrel and Frugal Sim, which I've been really enjoying some of their content. But I think it's actually made me even more excited actually now that I've seen it in the flesh, so to speak. But anyway, let me explain what the title of this video is all about. Now, because this new Microsoft Flight Sim is now imminently going to be released and on our hard drives, what does this mean for XPlane? It's quite frustrating really, because at the moment I have got everything cranked up to the max. I've got my LOD right far out into the horizon there. You can see objects and buildings. Everything is butter smooth. I'm getting between sort of, well, I'm actually getting 40 frames per second, but I've locked it down to 27 frames in the Rift S, simply because it's even smoother like that. I'm frustrated, guys, simply because Laminar have taken a long time to get this sim to this point, and it's now absolutely beautiful in VR, but I feel it's a little bit too late, quite honestly. I feel that it should have been at this stage about a year ago. So because of that, I feel XPlane, it's in a little bit of trouble at the moment. But the question is XPlane in so much trouble that it's going to become an obsolete platform? You know, is it going to be at the point where no one is going to be using it? Well, I can answer that straight away, guys. Absolutely no chance. No way, guys. XPlane is not going anywhere, and if anything, this is all of this is just it's good news for us, the consumers, because now the competition is rife. It's game on. Quite simply, we're going to see some incredible developments and advancements over all of the sims, you know, XPlane, Aerofly, as well as the Microsoft Flight Sim. We're going to see an incredible shift in what we've already seen. The next couple of years is going to be really exciting. It's already been a really exciting time for flight simulation with the advent of virtual reality. And that brings me neatly to sort of my point about the new Microsoft Flight Sim, that as good as it looks, and I'm sure is, and it looks absolutely amazing, right now it doesn't have VR. So quite honestly, XPlane is still going to remain my main simulator, although I probably won't be flying an XPlane for quite some time, to be honest, simply because what Microsoft has done, this sim is the biggest deal we've had in the flight sim community since I can remember. Now I remember certain advancements when FS9 came out with the AI traffic and the ATC system and the sort of dynamic weather system, which actually wasn't dynamic, but anyway, we'll gloss over that. Flight Unlimited 3, if you remember that, guys, that had an incredibly fully fledged weather simulation that to this day is still the best, but won't be for much longer, as we know. But it is literally the most incredible weather system I've ever seen. We've had some incredible flight sims sort of advancements over the years, and technology has improved, but the new Microsoft Flight Sim, it's quite simply a hammer blow to what we've seen before. It crushes the competition at the moment, big time, because we've got an just amazing array of simulations within the flight sim itself. And what I mean by that is you could class it as a weather sim on its own. You could class it as a physics simulator. You know, even the lighting, the sounds, everything, there's been no stone left unturned from what I can see. And because of those reasons, I really can't see me, even with the advent or the lack of VR, shall I say, I can't see me flying in XPlane for a while. So what have I been doing this week? I've been actually flying to my most favourite destinations all around the world in XPlane as a sort of farewell, really, because I can't see me using it for a fair few months. And by the time I start missing VR and XPlane again, I've got a feeling we're probably going to have VR in the Microsoft Flight Sim. Now, this brings me up to another point here. This is the crucial thing. Microsoft has to get VR right to really seal the deal for many of us. I really do feel that XPlane has, the way VR is implemented with the menu system here, the manipulator, and just the way the system works is perfect. And if they can somehow kind of clone that without getting into too much trouble, you know, even the way you can move around, I really hope you'll be able to have that freedom in the new sim. It has to be done right, and I think in some ways I respect the fact that they've held back and haven't, you know, sort of offered VR at launch, because they probably could have done that, but they want to do it properly. So that is the crucial point, and that's where I think XPlane will be in serious trouble at that point. But let me know in the comments, guys, what's your thoughts on this new Microsoft Flight Sim? Have you pre-ordered it? Is XPlane still going to be your baby? Is it still going to be the flight sim you're going to use as your main sim? For me personally, well, what I've been doing this last week, as I say, I've been flying around my sort of favourite aircraft and locations, and I'm making my way to Heathrow Airport because that's where I'm going to take my first flight. And if you are interested, guys, because I know everybody's going to be live streaming this thing, I will live stream on the 18th if I can get it downloaded in time, if you're interested. But as I say, I would imagine most of you are going to be flying yourselves. But that is the plan for me. I'm going to be flying from Heathrow, and I'm going to fly over my hometown. I've got a couple of requests, particularly a guy called John, forgot your second name, sorry. He's requested for me to fly over sort of the Yorkshire Moors and into Leeds Bradford from Barton, so I'm going to do that as well. But this is going to be interesting, guys, because my flight sim rig, shall I say, it's getting long in the tooth now. It runs really well in XPlane, but it's only got 16 gigs of RAM. I haven't changed anything. I don't feel that's a good idea personally. I think people who are grading before the flight sim, I think that's a bit foolish. I think you just need to see how it runs first on your flight, on your system, and then go from there. But I feel a bit frustrated for XPlane, to be honest, because it really is at a point now where the sim is so butter smooth. It should have been like this a year ago, and then they could have been working on all of those other things like the dynamic weather system and the shaders and all of the fancy stuff. I just feel that they've been sitting a little bit too they've been a bit too complacent, sitting in the back there thinking we've got this, we've got the market, you know, we've got all our developers on board, things are looking good. But the simple fact is, guys, that what I'm doing right now, I'm flying over Orbex, so everything you're seeing isn't really XPlane, it's all add-on. I've got Ultra Weather, I've got the Aerobas Lance Air Legacy, I've got, as I say, the Orbex True Earth scenery and airfields, and this still will probably not look as good as the default flight sim, the Microsoft Flight Sim. It's pretty scary, isn't it, guys? So this is why I feel XPlane is in serious trouble. It just is. You know, I think you'd be foolish if you thought otherwise. But in terms of will it be around, absolutely. I think there will be an XPlane 12. The way Austin is, he's the kind of guy. He's an entrepreneur, but he's also incredibly motivated. He's a little bit pig-headed, but that's going to stand him in good stead because he's going to want to compete with this new flight sim, and it'd be really interesting to see what happens over the next, well, I'm going to say years, to be honest, because it's going to be a very exciting time. Now, as if for the Reverb G2, now I'm in contact with HP. I'm hoping to get one before the release date, but at the moment I can't say for certain, but I am trying, guys. But I cannot recommend the G2 until I've tried it myself, but to be honest, I can't see it being a failure at this point. You know, all of the content that I've seen from MRTV is looking very promising indeed. But I think that's it, guys, really. That's my little rant over with. Let me know in the comments what you think. And what you'd like to see as well. Would you still prefer me to, you know, produce XPlane content in VR, or would you rather me, you know, start looking at the new sim? I did do a poll actually a while ago, and the Microsoft Flight Sim actually won by a long shot. So it's going to be really interesting, guys. So that's it for me. I'm going to sign off. This probably won't be my last ever XPlane video, but it might be my last one for a while. And I'll see you in the brand new sim very soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now.